need that anymore. Whew. Pull this down a little bit. Yeah. Look at that. I don't know if you can even see that. Identity Vision Studios. Professional design and production. That was a funny, interesting little story there. Heading out from a new locale. I hope there's another thing over there. Yeah, we're good. You can get a view of my new... Probably see it on that side of me a little bit. Probably not, because I got boxes in the back of the car. I'm leaving the Magic Mall. It's Wednesday evening. I just set up green screen and lights. Got them out of my car finally. I recorded a whole video the other day. A little vlog driving into the office. And just didn't post it. I don't know why. Didn't feel like it. But anyway, this is a weird intersection. Not an intersection so much, but it is a little bit, actually. Let's get out of here. Let's see what I'm dealing with here. Oh, I could have taken that. Bear with me 1 second. Yes, here we go. There we go. Now I'm in the zone. Here we go. Haha! Yes, so I left work early today. I do that on Wednesdays to go over to the Magic Mall, work there a little bit. Today I didn't really have anything to do other than set up the green screen and the lights that I've been hauling around for a couple of days here. Hope all of that's recording because, holy, shot a time-lapse of all that. Hopefully that'll be playing here. If not, then obviously something went wrong in post. Wow. So, I was having a pretty shitty day today. Not a shitty day, but like we're running out of steam. There's a lot happening right now. Sold a condo, buying a house, getting inspections on the house, waiting for an appraisal to come in on the house so that we know we have a place to go to. Setting up the studio, clients here and there, an actual day job on top of all of that. So much shit happening all at once. I'm actually really starting to wear down just a bit. So today I was really kind of just exhausted. I was tired, and I left the office at 3 o'clock, got over to the Magic Mall, and it's raining. I'm unloading I did 2 boxes, dense boxes with the green screen and lights. Get those in the rain. That's fun. And it was raining, so I still have lights in the lamps in the car for the office. I just didn't get a chance to take those in yet, so I'm gonna now drive around with those in my car for the next few days. I had a bit of business to work on with one of the clients, sorting out their e-commerce store and some details there, and it's complicated. I'm not gonna bore you with the details. But I got that out of the way, and then I went into the studio and just started unpacking and setting up that green screen. And it's a beauty. It's nice. It's fantastic. I'm happy with it so far. I haven't done anything with it other than set it up. But it's funny because, I'm so tired in it. I'm on the verge of depression. That's how kind of done I am. And there was creative shit at the day job that just was it was fully expected, fully anticipated. And when I deliver the creative that they're asking for, they're like, is this supposed to be the funny one? I'm going to use that somewhere. We talked about this humorous process. You said you were going to give us a couple of different versions. Was this the funny one? I couldn't tell. That's great. Tip: the automotive industry, car dealerships. Don't anticipate high levels of creativity out of out of that industry because they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. And when they do have it hand-delivered, when it's laid out on a silver platter, they don't know what to do with it. Just too scared to run with it. But that's another story for another time. That's what I went through today. I spent 4 hours, like 3 or 4 hours storyboarding this commercial. And it's not a complicated storyboard, but, the process of drawing out like 8 panels, it's time consuming. So there was, on top of actually developing and writing the scripts in the first place. So I literally just put all of that behind me and went to go do my thing. And you can tell in my tone of voice, I'm jazzed, I'm pumped. That was just fun, going to my studio, setting up my shit, and getting things laid out. That's great. And so I'm packing everything up, and I was hoping to run out to the car and then pick some shit up so I can drop it off and bring the lamps in. And I'm on my way out saying goodbye to some people, and I see somebody lingering at my office door looking at it. I'm like, okay, hey. So I go back to, introduce myself and see what's what. And it's this tall kid, get that handing me that flyer, and he wasn't working. He wasn't. He doesn't have a booth in the mall. He's going through the mall, this flea market, soliciting for business. For video production business, and I was okay, all right. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if I told you this a couple of videos ago, a video or two ago. Jack, the manager, he said that a couple of weeks ago that there were some people, Full Sail students wanting to do some work in the mall, and asked if I had any issues with them. I was like, I don't fucking care. Who cares? They're so as it turns out, they were soliciting for a business, video production business, website, logo designs, all that kind of stuff, which is what I'm setting up shop doing. And I'm just really I'm so happy right now because I've got that flyer, that really shitty flyer. No offense, dude, if you end up seeing this, no offense, but the flyer's kind of and he says, "You got a minute?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So he's got his iPad and he pulls up what I would hope is his very best video. Because like if you've got 30 seconds to sell a client, right, you're gonna use your very best video. I would, for his sake, I would hope he's got something better. But it just doesn't. He needs more time to. It was a commercial for a club in Orlando, and not even like not even a club and a hookah lounge, and it was just the editing was fine, but it's not a great, shooting footage of a nightclub is very difficult because as a speaking creatively, as a consultant, it's hard for me to go into a club like that and shoot footage because conditions are horrible for video, horrible. And that's it was passable video, but it just was still very, to put it in perspective, I would have been proud of that work 2.5, 3 years ago. Yeah, I would have been proud of that piece of work 3 years ago. Now, I'm like, that's all you got? Okay, that's all right. Not that. I'm like, I don't know what he was fishing for, but I was like, well, that's not bad. That's not too bad. Nice meeting you. And that was kind of the end of that was the end of it. And then we went off. We walked off in the same direction because that's always fun when that happens. You say goodbye and then you walk off in the same direction. It's very amusing and comforting and reassuring to see what my actual competition is. I'm not. I guess I really am competing against big creative houses, but yeah, not in this demographic, in this market, not so much. I'm competing. I don't know who I'm competing. I guess I'm competing with this guy with a commercial from a nightclub, and I don't know. It was surprising. It was surprising. He's a Full Sail student or graduate alum. And the prices, I mean, logo design from $25, graphic design from $25, video production from $150, and who knows what any of that adds up to. I'm after where I'm at right now. I've been doing this model for a while, couple of years now. I'm happy with it. $30 an hour, no matter whatever it is, it's $30 an hour, and I think that's easy to understand, to grasp. I think I haven't had. I mean, some people think about it because they're like, well, how many hours is it going to take? But I have those numbers to tell them. Like, a website will usually be delivered within 10 hours of. There's going to be, will be at or under 10 hours of production. Commercial, very likely the same thing. Actually, the 10-hour mark, that's kind of like an average for a serious project. So it's a good model. I'm happy with it, and seeing what the competition is and seeing what the competition delivers makes me even more confident in what I do. I'm going home now. Sam's not going to be home for a little while. I might stop for I don't know. I was thinking about. I haven't had ribs in a while, and I want ribs. It's only Wednesday. Oh my god. Well, actually, that's probably a good thing. I can't even think straight anymore. Did you see the comic today? Bow ties, hand-tied bow ties. It's funny. I like how some of the simplest ideas, the simplest strips, are beloved the most. It's all going well. I'm going to be happy to be able to. We've been aiming for this weekend to move, but we got our inspections done this morning for the new house in Sanford, and it's there's a laundry list of problems, and we're gonna try. I think we're gonna try to get the seller to fix them all, because why not? And if that's the case, that's just gonna push back the move. If we're going to say we're gonna fix it, but we're gonna fix it whenever we get around to it, I imagine we can still move this weekend. If we're moving this weekend, that means there's a lot of work to be done tonight, tomorrow, up to the weekend, through the weekend, which means I probably do not get to go work at the studio, which is disappointing, having set all of this stuff up and raring to go. But I'm staying busy. The everything else client is, there's a lot of work. There's a retainer that I have to work through, but I'm still going to work through it and still make some money on top of that, which is good. What else? I just did a real estate gig last night, so I'm processing that material. And I think once this stuff I think once the Everything Else store really goes live, I mean, it is live, but once it's out there and well established, people start seeing it and seeing that work, I think I'm going to get more business just on that for like the product photography and stuff. And now that I have now that I have my lights, that's going to be even easier to do, just to bring people into the studio and just hammer through that material. That's it. That's really it. I don't need to ramble ad nauseum here. It's been There's so much happening right now. There's so much. Who knows? Maybe the next update will be a live update from the studio. I've got the microphone, I've got the stand. I'm just waiting to have some time to sit down and vlog away in the studio. That's going to be fun. I'm excited to do that. For some reason, it's like, oh, that's going to be it. That's real, really real to be doing the vlog right there, doing the show. Maybe I'll get this Paulo guy, after I've slandered him on YouTube, get him in and we can do a little video Horbacast about, Creative Farts installment, about where he came from, why he's doing what he's doing, and how that's working out for him. Honestly, that's all I think he's doing, walking around to the booths, introducing himself, handing out business cards. I probably should do that. It's just that I think that the people who are inclined to work with me are going to come find me and come work with me. I'm not hurting for business right now. I'm working this is my effective second job. Oh, what I was going to talk about was this other guy is kind of pissing me off. I don't mind spending a couple hours, and there was another lady who did this to me too. So the whole thing's, 2 in a row, kind of. I don't mind spending a couple hours chatting with somebody, talking about technique and process and talking shop. I don't mind doing that when I know it's an investment into actual work later on. That's cool. I'm fine with that. Especially as we're talking about the project that we are going to do. And he didn't follow up. He totally flaked out. And he handed me the business card that he ended up doing in the past 2 days. He was supposed to come to me with his material that I can start working with. And, we talked on Sunday and Wednesday today. He was going to give me the material and I'd put it all together for him. And I walk in today, see him, and he hands me the business card that he had made up. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not at all what we were talking about. Okay, what are you doing? And it's not a great card. It's not a great card. If you're going to do a double-sided anything, don't put the same fucking material on both sides. That's a waste of money. Oh my god. But whatever. At the end of the day, whatever. I got my green screen. I got my lights. People are interested. I got some foot traffic. I'm not hurting for business. I'll talk to whomever and show up, see what happens. Napoleon's plan! Alright, guys. I've really rambled enough. Thank you for listening. You crazy motherfuckers, you. Adios.